Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Okay, I don't need it. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Banda mohe savadana mate. Banda mohe savadana mate. Jara prasade bhai bhavatare aja. Jara prasade bhai bhavatare aja. Krishna Prapti Haya Haite. Krishna Prapti Haya Haite. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Korea Aikya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitta Kare Aikya Arana Kare Amane Asha Arana Kare Amane Asha Shri Guru Charanate Aise Uttamagate Shri Guru Charanate Aise Uttamagate Ye prasade pura sarvasha Ye prasade pura sarvasha Chakudan diloje Janme janme Prabhu se Chakudan diloje Janme janme Prabhu se Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita Prema Bhakti Ahoite Avidya Vinashajate Prema Bhakti Ahoite Avidya Vinashajate Vedagaya Chatyarita Vedagaya Charita Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokara Jivana Srila Prabhupada Lokanath Jivana Prabhu Guru Doya Deho More Bhajachaya Prabhu Guru Doya Deho More Bhajachaya Prabhu Guru Doya Deho More Bhajachaya Evegat Gushukri Bhuvana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astatarasata Shishimad. His Divine Grace Shri Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki. Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astatarasata Shishimad. Shila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astatarasata Shishimad. Shila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki. Prem Sakaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Vedagadadha Shri Vyasa Di Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhan ki. Vrindavan Dham ki. Mayapur Navadvip Dham ki. Nilachal Jagannath Puri Dham ki. Ganga Maya Jamuna Maya ki. Tulasi Devi Bhakti Devi ki. The Lordship Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki. Lordship Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki. Lordship Shri Shri Nitai Gaura Hari ki. Harinam Sankirtan ki. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Shri Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Shri Vyasa Puja Maha Mahotsav ki. Shri Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Gaur. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all to Sri Guru and Gauranga. So let us have a wonderful loud cheer and applause to welcome His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj. It's indeed our honor to be part of the wonderful celebrations of the Sri Vyasa Puja of His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj. It's always an important event in our calendar to honor the Vaishnavas, glorify the Vaishnavas, and also in that way get their association. So Maharaj has come in and we've had a reception. Maharaj has offered the Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada, and we'd like to welcome all of you as well to the Sri Vyasa Puja, and we're very happy to see so many of you have come here today to honor Maharaj. Maharaj is going to be with us for a while and past Rath Yatra also, so we should take advantage of Maharaj's association. He's already been, as we said, Parivrajagacharya. He's already been to the Namahata at Lamasi last night. Yeah. So we have some programs. You can follow Maharaj wherever he goes. It's now the important introductory part of our welcome. And Maharaj, we are going to kindly beg you to allow us, your disciples, to aid your holy feet. Disciples, please come forward. To do that. While that is happening, Shankar Prabhu will be singing.
Karunya gana ganatvam Taptasya kauyana Gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Taptasya kauyana Gunanavasya Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Paditra Madhyan Manasura Sena Romancha Kampa Chitaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Shri Vigrahara Danya Nityanana Shringaratan Mandiramajanado Yuktasya Bhaktam Chanayinjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Chaturvida Shri Bhagavat Prasada Vadana Triptan Haribhakta Sangan Prittvaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadeva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Shri Radhika Madhavayorapara Madhurya Leela Gunarupanam Nam Pratikshana Tananolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Pratikshana Tananolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Nikunjayuno Ratikeli Sidya Yayalabhiyuktirapakshaniyya Tatidakshan Ativalabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Tatidakshan Ativalabhasya Guru Shri Charanaravindam Chakshatarittvena samasta sastre Uktastata bhavyate vasadmi Kintu prabhuya priya eva tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasada Yasya prasadan nagati kotopi Dayan suvam stasya yasya stri sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Dayan suvam stasya yasya stri sandhyam Samsaradama nanalida loka Dainaya karunya gana ganatva Taptasya kauryana punanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam 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 Charanaravindam Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Madhava.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Madhava Prabhu.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Get down.
Jaya Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Madhava Prabhu will now offer the Vyasa Puja offerings compilation into the book to Maharaj. When Maharaj is browsing through that, then we'll just continue with some soft kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Swami Guru Deva, Rama Govinda Swami Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Rama Govinda Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Rama Govinda Swami Guru Deva, Rama Govinda Swami Guru Deva. Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna. Shri Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for allowing us to get some of your mercy today. Indeed, the Vyasa puja of the spiritual master can't really refuse the devotees asking for your mercy. So we're happy to be able to access that. Now my pleasure to call Deva Deva Prabhu, who will read the meaning of Sri Vyasa Puja.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnana Timirandasya. Meaning of Vyasa Puja. The spiritual master receives all honor and glory on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is not that he receives them for his personal self. Through the descending process, one acquires knowledge simply by hearing from the authority, from a bona fide spiritual master, and from the scripture. In other words, from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Srila Prabhupada explained that for the meeting of the disciple and the Guru, Krishna himself makes the arrangement. On Vyasa Puja Day, we worship Maharaj as the manifest compassion of the Supreme Lord, and we give thanks for the day that he appeared in this world, as well as the blessed day that he revealed himself to us. Only being voiced through the spiritual master can the Vedas become fully manifest and understood in this world. The result of this successful combination between God and the Vedas, the Guru and the disciple, is that the cleansing of the heart takes place. The hard knot of material attraction is loosened. Lifetimes of karma is dissolved, and the happiness of loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord is established well within the heart. Extract from Bhagavad Gita as it is, 1875, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Actually, there is no difference between hearing directly from Krishna and hearing directly from Krishna via a bona fide spiritual master, Vyasadeva. The spiritual master is the representative of Vyasadeva. Therefore, according to the Vedic system, on the appearance day of the spiritual master, the disciples conduct the ceremony called Vyasa Puja. The seventh verse of the Guru Vastikam prayers by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Shakshat Daritrena Samasta Sastrir Yukta Satava Bhava Eva Satpir, Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guroshri Charanaravindam. The spiritual master is to be honored as much as the Supreme Lord, because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is acknowledged in all revealed scriptures and followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master, who is a bona fide representative of Sri Hari, like His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj. All the Shastras and Vedic literatures declare that the spiritual master is as good as God. It is not that he is God, but that he is as good as God. The Mayavadis or impersonalists think that the spiritual master is God, but we, Vaishnavas, do not accept this. How can a man become God? Rather, because the spiritual master is God's representative, he is honored as much as God. One should not think that he is offered respects because he has become God. Kintu prabhoya priya eva tasya. It is just that when someone pats our son, we become very pleased. The spiritual master is a very confidential servant of God. Therefore, if we can please him, yasya prasada bhagavat prasada, God becomes pleased. In Srila Prabhupada's arrival address in Los Angeles on July 8, 1974, he quoted this verse and said, "This is the process, the Vedic process, to receive the transcendental knowledge through the parampara system, and the reception or honor given to the spiritual master. It goes to Krishna. Spiritual master is the official collector. Just like in the government, there is a collector. He receives the money, taxes, from the citizens, not for his personal use, but for the government. Similarly, this is the Vedic system. To receive knowledge through the transparent medium, Guru, and to receive. Guru means the honor goes to Krishna. So this is necessary. This is not an artificial thing, but spiritually it is necessary. Therefore we hold Vyasa Puja Day. The 8th verse of Guru Vastakam. Yasya prasad bhagavat prasad, yasya prasad nagati kutopi, dayanstu vamstasya yasya sri samyam, vande guroshri charanaravindam. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Therefore, I should always remember and praise the spiritual master. At least 3 times a day, I should offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master. In 1975, on Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's appearance day, Srila Prabhupada said, "Nobody can understand Krishna without going through his most confidential servant." This is the meaning of Vyasa Puja. You cannot surpass if you think that you have become very learned and very advanced. Now, you can avoid the spiritual master and you can understand Krishna. That is bogus. It is the meaning of this Vyasa Puja ceremony. We should always pray, Yasya Prasad Bhagavat Prasad, Yasya Prasad. Only by the grace of the spiritual master we can achieve the grace of, or the mercy of Krishna. This is the meaning of this Vyasa Puja, offering obeisances by the parampara system. On Vyasa Puja Day, the disciples, well-wishers and extended followers offer themselves in a very submissive mood and renew their vows and commitments to the Guru's mission within their hearts. The Guru is the mercy incarnation of the Supreme Lord, and his disciples. Every thought and action is meant to developing themselves as dedicated servants. Vyasa Puja is not a ritualistic occasion. Instead, it is an opportunity to offer obeisances, bathe the Guru's lotus feet, and honor this holy substance, having touched the lotus feet of the spiritual master, offer flower petals and arti, and sing his glories in a heartfelt manner, many of which, out of his own deep humility, he may generally not accept on ordinary days. Thus, Vyasa puja is a festival of mercy. Seeing the Guru sit on a decorated and elevated seat creates a deep impression in the disciple's heart, which helps reinforce Lord Krishna's words that the Guru must be worshipped and that he is not an ordinary man. Such an understanding is reflected in the words of the disciples and well-wishes that is offered in appreciation to the Guru. Afterwards, the ceremony is concluded with an offering of sumptuous prasad preparations, lovingly cooked and placed before the spiritual master for his transcendental pleasure. The disciples, guests, and well-wishers then receive these blessings and honor the remnants, from thus deepening and nourishing their faith and making very rapid spiritual progress. This is the Vedic system. Therefore, whatever heartfelt words and tokens of gratitude we may offer to our beloved Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj on this glorious day of his Vyasa Puja, we can rest assured that they are received and accepted by him through the Parampara system all the way back to Krishna. His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Parampara ki jai.
Thank you very much, Devadeva Prabhu, for reminding us through that meaning of Vyasa Puja about the gravity of the occasion as well. And although it's celebratory, it's still the importance of the spiritual master in our lives, in our progress in Krishna consciousness. Maharaj will now read his offering to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Dear Srila Prabhupada, Pratasmaraniya Param Puja Parama Gurudev Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance at the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace on the auspiciation of your Vyasa Puja. Param Gurudev, At present, most of the people mistakenly consider material gratification, sense gratification, is the ultimate reward of the life. They do not understand that material happiness is actually another type of punishment, since it entices one to continue rotating in the cycle of birth and death. In the prison houses, the violent prisoners are placed in a solitary confinement, whereas the well-behaved prisoners are sometimes allowed to work in the offices or garden, library, as a reward for their good behavior. But any position in prison is ultimately punishment because it is still prison. The same situation prevails in this material world of a higher and lower categories of material sense gratification. The actual reward people are hankering for is an eternal life of bliss and knowledge in the kingdom of God, the spiritual world, where there is no punishment, that is birth and old age, disease and death. The kingdom of God is Vaikuntha, or the place of unconditional pleasure. There is no punishment in the spiritual world. It is a place of ever increasing pleasure. But one who wants to enter that realm has to take guidance from a genuine spiritual master. And by serving him, one can learn this transcendental subject matter. A spiritual master is one who is expert in all these subject matters, not by his personal imagination or speculation, but by mature understanding of the authorized Vedic scriptures, which are the literary manifestation of the causeless mercy of Supreme Lord Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 20th chapter, 17th verse, Lord Krishna says to Uddhava, Nudehamadyam sulabham sudullabham Plavam sukalpam guru karnadharam mayanukule navasvataritam bhavan pumabdin ataritatmaha. Here the Lord says that the human body is like a boat perfectly constructed to cross the ocean of material existence. If one takes the shelter of the spiritual master, a member of the genuine Guru Parampara, then he acts as the captain of the boat, and Lord Krishna gives his blessings by providing favorable wind in the form of his instructions that help the living entity cross this ocean of material existence. Mayanukulena navasvataritam. Therefore, if one wants to avoid committing spiritual suicide, it is essential that one takes shelter of a genuine spiritual master. The Srimad Bhagavatam repeatedly stresses this point, again in 11th canto, 3rd chapter, 21 verse. Tasmas gurum prapadyeta jignasu shriyautamam shabde parecha nishnado brahmani upasamashrita. Therefore, any person who seriously desires real happiness must seek a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him by initiation. The qualification of the bona fide Guru is that he has realized the conclusions of the scriptures by deliberations and is able to convince others of these conclusions. Such great personalities who have taken shelter of the Supreme Godhead, leaving aside all material considerations, should be understood to be a bona fide spiritual master. Param Gurudev, you always stress that need for taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master and learning from him the process and the secrets of devotional service in order to please the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. In many of your lectures, you quoted the Shastric injunction that spiritual master must be given a respect equal to that given to the Supreme Lord. Though the real spiritual master never thinks he is God, but he knows that he is a servant of the Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 17th chapter, 27 verse, Lord Krishna says to Uddhava that one must respect the Guru as one would respect the Supreme Lord. Acharyamam vijanita na avamani na karichit namatya buddhasu yeta sarva deva mayo guru. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. One should not envy him, thinking him as an ordinary man, for he is the representative of all the demigods. The duty of the bona fide Guru is to connect the disciple to Krishna. Punishment implies reward also. A powerful man can punish, is also able to reward. Therefore, the existence of punishment for the living being who is supposed to take miserable material body subject to birth, old age, disease and death also logically implies the existence of a reward for him. And that reward is that a living being in a human body under guidance of spiritual master can engage the body in loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord, become freed from the bondage of material existence and get elevated to the spiritual world where the soul can engage in eternal service to the lotus feet of the Lordships. Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. I feel supremely fortunate to be part of your ISKCON mission because it is only this organization that teaches the necessity and principles of pure devotional service and engages the devotees in that loving devotional service. It is through your purports and lectures that I learned the purpose of and greatness of the human form of life. As you stress in the nectar of instruction, the human form of life is meant for reaching the perfection by performing devotional service. Param Gurudev, please give me your blessing so that I can understand the intent of your teachings and can preach to the others. I have directly experienced that without your mercy we cannot understand the teachings of the Supreme Lord and our Acharyas. Only with your causeless mercy can I justify my present ashrama, that is sannyasa ashram. Paying obeisance at the dust of your lotus feet, I humbly beg for your blessings so that I can continue to serve in the service of Guru and Gauranga. Servant of your servants, Rama Govinda Swami.
Maharaj will now greet the deities, and we can all rise to witness the Artik. At the end of the Artik, Maharaj will offer some gifts to the deities, and then we will resume here at Maharaj's Vyasa Sam. जय श्री श्री राधा राधानाथ की, श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की, श्री श्री निताय गौर हरि की, गुरु परंपरा की, श्रील प्रभुपाद के, गौर प्रेमानंदे।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रसाय भूतले Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Sunyavadi Pasyacha Desetarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Radhe, Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Shri Radhe, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Gora Hari, Jaya Gora Hari. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Rama Govinda Swami, Jaya Guru Deva, Rama Govinda Swami, Jaya Guru Deva. Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. His Holiness Rama Govinda Swami Maharaj ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gaura Premanande.
Hare Krishna. So thank you so much. Please resume your seats. It's now our pleasure. We're going to ask devotees who are seated here to please just take a seat, especially if you're in front of the screen, because now we're going to need that. We now have the privilege of hearing the offerings from various senior devotees, and so we will see the video, and is it an audio offering, Nash Prabhu, from Pathamaj? So we have three of our wonderful spiritual masters who will present their offerings. Lokanath Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj, and His Holiness Parthasarathi Das Goswami Maharaj. Thereafter, I will also announce the different devotees who will come up to speak. Hare Krishna.
Avirbhav Tithi, Shri Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj, Avirbhav Tithi, 81st Vyasa Puja Mahotsava Ki Jai. I was pleased to know that today this great celebration is taking place in Durban, South Africa. I was there. I attended, I think, first ever Vyasa Puja that was celebrated in Latur, India, not far from Pandharpur. I was there. You are, 81 years old. I think you may be oldest sannyasi in ISKCON. And it's called Vayavradha. You are, by considering the age of the body, you are old, and that is also called Jnana-vradha. One becomes old by bodily age consideration, and the jnana, the knowledge acquired and the maturity, that also makes one old. So you are Jnana-vradha as well as Vayavradha. So all glories to you, Maharaj. I am pleased that you are at this age, 81 years, age of 81, you are still doing the global trotting, traveling, preaching all over the world. May Govinda, Srila Prabhupada empower you, shower choicest blessings upon you, so that you could carry forward Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. I'm sure you are surrounded by lots of devotees, as well as your own followers, disciples. They are fortunate to have you as their spiritual master. And I would like to see more and more devotees take shelter from you, guidance from you. So, Hare Krishna. God Pramanande, Hare Hare Dev, Ram Ram Sam Maharaj, Vyasa Puja Mahotsava Ki Jai. I think you are Army man one time, so the discipline that you have learned and picked up as a military man, that kind of discipline and strictness you follow in your spiritual life, and so this is something exemplary. Your discipline, your being strict, something to follow and be benefited by. I'm happy and pleased with all your endeavors, especially traveling and preaching. I'm here in Nasik, not far from Mumbai, and this is Lord Ram performed his pastimes. I was just thinking today of you, because you were also known for chanting the glories of Sri Ram, or your favorite of sharing Ram Kathas, Ram Charitra. So may that Ram also protect you and inspire you more and more to share his pastimes. और प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। राम गोविंद स्वामी महाराज की जय। हरि बोल।
Srila Lokanath Swami.
What follows is an offering.
Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you very much. There is very, very beautiful photographs with you and Maharaj. And a wonderful message. Now we'll have the message from His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Ram Govinda Maharaj, my most humble obeisances and my very best wishes for your appearance day. I feel very happy. I feel very fortunate actually and happy that Lord Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, have arranged for you to come and give your association to us here in the South African Yatra, including to me personally. I really feel very fortunate indeed because you're a very special devotee. You're very dear to Srila Prabhupada. You're very dear to the Lord. From your childhood, you've been a devotee and you've been practicing Krishna consciousness very seriously. And it shows in your life's activities, it shows in your preaching, the depth of your Krishna consciousness. So it's really wonderful and I feel blessed to get your association. And I'm very happy that the South African devotees get your association also. So on this auspicious day of your appearance, I'm praying to the Lord to be merciful to you and to be merciful to us, to keep you with us for many years and so we can get your association, so I can get your association. So thank you very much again for your contributions to Prabhupada's movement here in South Africa. Thank you very much. And please keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And if there's any way I can help you, please let me know. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj.
Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj.
It's very significant, Maharaj, also on other occasions, which I happen to hear. Maharaj, as the leader of South Africa and former GBC chairperson, he very much appreciates His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj's participation in the South African Yatra. So he said Maharaj is doing a sterling work to guide the devotees here. So let's hear from Maharaj. His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj ki, His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Now we hear from His Holiness Parthasarathi Das Goswami Maharaj.
What follows is an offering by me, Parthasarathi Das Goswami, to His Divine Grace, Ram Govinda Maharaj, on the Vyasa puja celebration of His Divine Grace. My dear Srila Ram Govinda Maharaj, it is a great pleasure to have your association. I'd like to talk with you and hear your realizations. I see you as a very noble and sophisticated Vaishnav, coming from a very pious background and dedicated to Srila Prabhupada's instructions and Srila Prabhupada's mood. I hope that you can continue to preach. Especially, I'm concerned about South Africa, and I hope that you can attract many disciples. You're a worthy, bona fide spiritual master, and you're able to guide them to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Bhaktisiddhanta Rupam Raghunath. Vrindavan is our ultimate goal, and I know on many occasions you've done Brajmandal Parikrama. So I think you're a suitable person to introduce your disciples and followers into the realm of Braj. Thank you so much for your contribution. I encourage you to continue, obviously, and if there's any way I can assist you, then it'd be my great pleasure. All glories to His Divine Grace, Ram Govinda Maharaj. All glories to His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. All glories to our Guru Parampara. All glories to Shri Radharanath, Jagannath Subhadram Balam, Shri Nutai Gora, Gopremanandi, Hari Hari Bo.
His Holiness Parthasarathy Das Goswami Maharaj Ki. We also find Maharaj has appreciated Ram Govinda Swami so much, Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj so much, that here in this message we could hear Maharaj's deep appreciation of his contribution. Akashvani. So we also, Parthasarathy Das Goswami Maharaj has had the other fun side with Ram Govinda Swami. How many of you seen that clip where he grabbed Maharaj's shoes and put it on his head? Hare Krishna. Was it Johannesburg, was? So, that was really wonderful. It's my pleasure now to also call His Grace Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu, our long-standing resident here at the temple, who's had much association with Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj, and many occasions at the table where lunch has been served. So, Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu, may you please come up. We'll set the mic. Yes.
Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. I'm sure we're all very happy to have the association of His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj. I'm going to read a verse and a purport from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is instruction by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is from the Adi Leela, chapter 9, verse 41, a verse that Srila Prabhupada would quote quite often. Bharat bhumi te hoila manusya janma jar, janma sartak kori karo para upakar. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India, Bharat Varsha, should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all other people. This is a very inspiring purport. The magnanimity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is expressed in this very important verse. Although he was born in Bengal, and Bengalis therefore have a special duty toward him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is addressing not only Bengalis but all the inhabitants of India. It is in the land of India that actual human civilization can be developed. Human life is especially meant for God realization, as stated in the Vedanta Sutra, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Anyone who takes birth in the land of India, Bharatvarsha, has the special privilege of being able to take advantage of the instruction and guidance of the Vedic civilization. He automatically receives the basic principles of spiritual life. For 99.9% of the Indian people, even simple village farmers and others who are neither educated nor sophisticated, believe in the transmigration of the soul, believe in past and future lives, believe in God, and naturally want to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his representative. These ideas are the natural inheritance of a person born in India. India has many holy places of pilgrimage, such as Gaya, Benares, Mathura, Prayag, Vrindavan, Haridwar, Rameshwaram, and Jagannath Puri. And still people go there by the hundreds and thousands. Although the present leaders of India are influencing the people not to believe in God, pious and impious, not to believe in the next life, and not to believe in a distinction between pious and impious life. And although they are teaching them how to drink wine, eat meat, and become supposedly civilized, people are nevertheless afraid of the four activities of sinful life, namely illicit sex, meat-eating, intoxication, and gambling. And whenever there is a religious festival, they gather together by the thousands. We have actually experience of this. Whenever the Krishna consciousness movement holds a Sankirtan festival in big cities like Calcutta, Bombay, Madras, Ahmedabad, or Hyderabad, thousands of people come to hear. Sometimes we speak in English, but even though most people do not understand English, they nevertheless come to hear us. Even when incarnations of Godhead speak, people gather in the thousands. For everyone who is born in the land of India has a natural spiritual inclination and is taught the basic principles of spiritual life. They merely need to be a little more educated in the Vedic principles. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says here, Janma sartak kori kara para upakar. If an Indian is educated in the Vedic principles, he is able to perform the most beneficial welfare activities for the entire world. I have to get my water out. At present, for want of Krishna consciousness or God consciousness, the entire world is in darkness, having been covered by the four principles of sinful life, meat eating, sinful illicit sex, gambling, and intoxication. Therefore, there is a need for vigorous propagation to educate people to refrain from sinful activities. This will bring peace and prosperity. The rogues, thieves, and debauchees will naturally decrease in number, and all of human society will be God-conscious. The practical effect of our spreading the Krishna consciousness movement all over the world is that now the most degraded debauchees are becoming the most elevated saints. This is only one Indian's humble service to the world. If all Indians had taken to this path as advised by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, India would have given a unique gift to the world, and thus India would have been glorified. Now, however, India is known as a poverty-stricken country, and whenever anyone from America or another opulent country goes to India, he sees many Indians lying by the footpaths, for whom there are not even provisions for 2 meals a day. There are also institutions collecting money from all parts of the world in the name of welfare activities for poverty-stricken people, but they are spending it for their own sense gratification. Now, on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Krishna consciousness movement has been started, and people are benefiting from this movement. Therefore, it is now the duty of the leading men of India to consider the importance of this movement and train many Indians to go outside of India to preach this cult. People will accept it. There will be cooperation among the Indian people and among the other people of the world, and the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be fulfilled. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will then be glorified all over the world, and people will naturally be helpful, happy, peaceful, and prosperous, not only in this life, but also in the next. For as is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, anyone who understands Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will very easily get salvation, or freedom from repeated birth and death, and go back home, back to Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, therefore, requests every Indian to become a preacher of his cult, to save the world from disastrous confusion. This is not only the duty of Indians, but the duty of everyone, and we are very happy that American and European boys and girls are seriously cooperating with this movement. One should know definitely that the best welfare activity for all human beings, for all human society, is to awaken man's God consciousness or Krishna consciousness. Therefore, everyone should help this great movement. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki. So I've been very fortunate to have had the association of His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj, who is one of the persons to take up this instruction of Srila Prabhupada, of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we just heard from Lokanath Swami, and we know many other devotees who have taken up this movement from India and from other places in the world. I've had a lot of association in the morning when Maharaj has breakfast. and he would tell me about his life. He's actually very educated. He speaks, his mother tongue is Telugu. He also speaks Hindi fluently. He studied Sanskrit for 7 years. Yes. And, but he told me that he was a farmer. And he said, I know how to plow with buffaloes. Then he joined, out of patriotism, he joined the Indian Army and became an officer. And people may have different impetuses why they would join the army, but he said, I was a patriot. And if we consider India, or Bharat Bhumi, Bharat Varsha, it's the place where many avatars have appeared, like Krishna and Ram, and many acharyas have also appeared there in saintly persons. So it's very important to protect India and protect the Vedic culture. So this is one of the reasons why he became an officer. And then, afterwards, he took up Krishna consciousness. And he had to study Bhakti Shastri. And he took initiation from Lokanath Swami, sannyas initiation. And anyway, we're very fortunate that Maharaj is one of these fortunate persons to come here to preach Krishna consciousness. We do have a group of South Africans of Indian descent who also can take up this Krishna consciousness movement. First you have to, it says, Janma Sartak Kori Para, what is it? Janma Sartak Kori, Kara Para Upakar. That first you perfect your own life by practicing Krishna consciousness. And then you try to elevate other human beings. We have different projects for preaching, putting on festivals like, as you all know, we're having our Rath Yatra. One day only. And Food for Life, book distribution, and so many university preaching we're doing. So all these things are very important. So we want people to help with spreading Krishna consciousness. We have our Sunday program. We distribute prasad to people. There's people in this country that they have a trouble getting food. So sometimes, like, they come on Sunday, but they can get some free prasad. And then we have the restaurant, which is another type of prasad distribution. So we're very fortunate to have his whole... Oh yeah, Ram Govinda Maharaj says when he was an officer, see that somebody, one of the junior soldiers tried to talk to him in Telugu, but he said, no, we have to speak Hindi. It's one of the rules in the Indian Army that everyone has to speak Hindi. So anyway, Thank you very much, Maharaj, for your association. And you're a great soul. And we're blessed by your association. His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. His Grace Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu Ki. So there's a new book called Breakfast Diaries with Ram Govinda Swami. But it was wonderful that you shared those anecdotes that Maharaj spoke to you, that endears Maharaj more to all of us, the disciples, and all of the devotees. Thank you so much, Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Now we'd like to call our senior devotees from the temple who have been working closely with Maharaj. And it's my pleasure to ask His Grace Swarup Damodar Prabhu, our temple co-president, and you know so many other portfolios he's has in ISKCON and has had. Also a wonderful friend to many devotees. Let's welcome Swarup Damodar Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I am very grateful for the opportunity to share a humble appreciation of His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj on this very holy occasion. And we offer our sincere thanks to the organizers for this opportunity as well. The chance to appreciate the saintly Vaishnavas is a very special gift from Krishna. Not only is it a gift from Krishna, it is also a gift to Krishna. Why is that? It's because the devotees are so very dear to Lord Krishna, and thus the Lord very deeply relishes the glorification of His devotees. After Vyasa Muni had offended the great devotee Ambarish Maharaj, he could not find shelter anywhere from the reaction to that offense. He even tried to get protection from Lord Narayan. In that discussion with the Lord, it was declared to Durvasa how special the Vaishnavas are to Lord Narayan. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam, sadhunam hridayam tvaham. Mad anyat tejananti, naham tebhyo managapi. The pure devotees is always within the core of my heart, and I am always in the heart of the pure devotee. My devotees do not know anything else but me, and I do not know anyone else but them. This is from the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th chapter, verse 68. So even though the Lord is Atma Rama, He is completely self-satisfied. He derives the great pleasure to serve and glorify His devotees, and He always yearns for that opportunity. So today, as the Vyasa Puja occasion is often described, it is the most blessed event. The Lord Himself feels blessed to relish the glorification of His dear devotee, and we all are similarly blessed to offer and relish that glorification. So my dear devotees, please do not ever run the risk of considering this type of event some incidental occasion that is of fleeting importance. No, the Lord is very, very much present here. Even Shri Shri Radha Radhanath's smiles this afternoon are even more pronounced. Correct? Of the many, many saintly qualities decorating His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami, I, like many, many others, possibly all of you as well, feel that his genuine humility stands out. Genuine humility is distinct from practiced humility. I try to practice humility. I'm sure we all do. I learned the verse. Which verse? Shikshashtaka 3. I'm sure you all have. I offer obeisances when I come into the temple, whenever it's required. But unlike you, I often mess it up from time to time. But still we practice, and we practice. We recite the relevant verses. We offer obeisances every day. And we do all of this year in and year out. That is part of the process. So it is a practice, a sadhana. Yet Maharaj's exemplifying of humility is genuine. He does not have to practice when to be humble or how to be humble. No. Humility radiates from his character and behavior. There is absolutely no extraneous endeavor. And with Maharaja's advanced age, his humility is even more pronounced. And it often startles us that someone so advanced and so elderly can relate to us with such kindness and equality. One very, very important expression of humility is to accept service. Not to deny service, but to accept service and accept responsibility. And to accept the challenges of preaching Krishna consciousness when called upon. We see that Maharaj, while in his 80s, is still traveling all over the world, studying, speaking and sharing Krishna consciousness, accepting disciples, guiding people, and inspiring all by his steadfast example. This all emanates from sincere humility and a deep appreciation for Srila Prabhupada's sacrifices to bring Krishna Bhakti to all of us. Srila Prabhupada exhorted us to regularly read and study the Bhagavad, Srimad Bhagavatam. In that book we find Krishna. Krishna svadhama pagate dharma jnana divisaha kalo nashta drisham esha pura narka dhanolita. But to find Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we must find the person who lives according to the Bhagavatam, the devotee Bhagavat, and be guided by that person into unraveling the secrets contained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. That is essential. Both are essential, the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat. Undoubtedly, Srila Prabhupada, without any uncertainty, is the topmost devotee Bhagavat. And by his potency, we find many other devotee Bhagavats who are empowered by him and by their own dedication to Srila Prabhupada. And this evening, we are honoring one such sincere and dedicated follower of Srila Prabhupada, who lives by the Bhagavatam and who, by his genuine humility, has captured Krishna in the core of his heart and who the Lord holds dear in his heart. Hare Krishna, your servants Swarup Damodar Das and Sukumari Dasi. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Thank you very much, Swarup Damodar Prabhu. I'm sure as a manager of the temple and of the yatra, Maharaj's contribution is extremely supportive to you and the devotees. It's also my pleasure now to call, and I was pleasantly surprised to see when we were looking at His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj's offering, First picture there was Maharaj, two Maharajas, and then Rupanuga Prabhu was in that picture. So it's my pleasure to call His Grace Rupanuga Prabhu to address us, to give his offering. Rupanuga Prabhu, for those of you who have not met, is a stalwart senior devotee whose contribution to ISKCON from Phoenix, particularly before the project even began. He had sacrificed his work and offered his life full time to the early development of ISKCON Phoenix Yatra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I was a little surprised when I walked in. I was asked to speak. I didn't really plan to say something about Maharaj today, but please, this is my humble offering. Going through the section on Guru in the Science of Self-Realization, there are two wonderful quotes which I would read. Yasya deve para bhaktir yata deve tata guru tasyaite katita he artha prakashanta mahatmana. Translation. Only unto those great souls who simultaneously have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of the Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. So Prabhupada speaking. Gentlemen, our knowledge is so poor, our senses are so imperfect, and our sources are so limited that it is not possible for us to have even the slightest knowledge of the absolute region without surrendering ourselves unto the lotus feet of Sri Vyasa, or his bona fide representative. Every moment we are being deceived by the knowledge of our direct perception. It is all the creation or concoction of the mind, which is always deceiving, changing, and flickering. We cannot know anything of the transcendental region by our limited, perverted method of observation and experiment. But all of us can lend our eager ears for the oral reception of the transcendental sound transmitted from that region to this through the unadulterated medium of Sri Gurudev or Sri Vyasadeva. Therefore, gentlemen, we should surrender ourselves today at the feet of the representative of Sri Vyasadeva for the elimination of all our differences bred by our unsubmissive attitude. It is accordingly said in Bhagavad Gita 4:34, Tat vidi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Just approach the wise and bona fide spiritual master, surrender unto him first, and try to understand him by inquiries and service. Such a wise spiritual master will enlighten you with transcendental knowledge, for he has already known the absolute truth. Just one more paragraph. To receive the transcendental knowledge, we must completely surrender ourselves to the real Acharya in a spirit of ardent inquiry and service. Actual performance of service to the Absolute under the guidance of the Acharya is the only vehicle by which we can assimilate the transcendental knowledge. Today's meeting for offering our humble services and homage to the feet of the Acharya Dev will enable us to be favored with the capacity for assimilating the transcendental knowledge so kindly transmitted by him to all persons without distinction. So we are very fortunate to be connected to a great personality coming from the holy land of Bharat, especially in the region of Tirumala, Tirupati. Maharaj lives in that vicinity, comes from that vicinity, and especially the southern part of India are known for very erudite scholars, and Maharaj is surely one of them. When one listens to the presentations by Maharaj, we can understand his depth of knowledge and understanding. He's very shastric, he gives very nice examples, and I especially like Maharaj. Before his talks, he always sings the songs of the Goswamis, which does not happen often in our temples. So I'm very appreciative of that. So we are very fortunate, in speaking on behalf of Phoenix and Richards Bay. Maharaj comes there quite often and gives his wonderful association. We're very thankful and grateful for that. And whenever Maharaj is available and when I ask him, not many devotees come to the Richards Bay area. It's very far away. It's like 2.5 hours drive from here. But Maharaj has availed himself on many occasions to come to Richards Bay and help the devotees in that far out place. And just as Ramanujacharya had the association with Maharaj during breakfast, so on these long drives, we always have the opportunity to speak about a lot of things to Maharaj, to and from going to Richards Bay. So how many of you think that the lockdown was bad throughout the world? You can raise your hands. The COVID lockdown, how many of you think it was really bad? So anyway, we are very fortunate. We are two very wonderful souls, or spiritual masters, that were locked down in South Africa with us. Maharaj's ID document was stolen, his laptop, so he couldn't go anyway, and he was locked down with us for a long period of time. So that was our good fortune in those troubling times of the COVID period. And also His Holiness Kadambakana Maharaj, who we lost recently, it's very sad that has happened. He was also here locked down for a long time. So as Swarup Damodar Prabhu emphasized the point of Maharaj's humility, and he's just amazing, such an advanced personality has such great humility, and this is something that we should all imbibe and follow. And in order to win and people over, we have to have genuine humility in our hearts to gain the favor, attract other devotees to Krishna consciousness. So once maybe getting too familiar with Maharaj or speaking maybe boisterously or out of turn, somehow the topic of Sai Baba came about. And generally we devotees are a little critical of Sai Baba. And I had something to say, and Maharaj mildly chastised me for speaking like that. And he said, no, we should look at all the positive things that he has done. His teachings may be different or mystical from what we do, but in that region where he is based, he's helped the local community in leaps and bounds by providing roads, especially connecting water for them. And so, this is another side of Maharaj's humility. he corrected me for being critical. So when Parthasarathi Maharaj was lost in Phoenix, he encouraged the devotees to come today for Maharaj's Vyasa puja, and he referred to Maharaj as a very nice, saintly person, and we should all attend. So in the year 2018, I attended the ISKCON Leadership Sangha in Mayapur. That's after visiting Cambodia with Dinabandhu Prabhu, the Angkor Wat temple. We came back to Mayapur for the ILS, and there was a grand installation of the chakras for the TOVP project. It was installed in that period. So somehow I managed to get a VIP pass to get into the inner chamber where most of the special guests and senior devotees were meant to sit. So I got there a little early. I wasn't wondering where to sit. Then Maharaj came in and I started talking to him, and somehow we sat in an area that was, I didn't know at that stage, for sannyasis and all the top brass of ISKCON, and I sat next to Maharaj. So as time was passing, all the big devotees, Jayadvaita Maharaj, all the sannyasis and leaders from around the world kept on filling the space around me, and I was like thinking, oh my God, I don't fit in this esteemed company. And I got up to go, and Maharaj grabbed my hand. He said, no, you sit next to me unless somebody asks you to move. So that was my good fortune. I had a VIP seat, which I didn't deserve. And we had like a up close and personal of the yagya, the installation, and all the wonderful association. So Maharaj also is renowned for Raj Mandala Parikrams. There are many senior devotees who accompany the devotees that go on Raj Mandala Parikram, and Maharaj is one of the key presenters in that program. It's a month-long walking tour of Raja Mandala. He was also part of the Padayatra, which devotees didn't mention, walking throughout India, preaching in different towns and villages. That's as much as I could say for today. So thank you very much for the opportunity. All glories to His Holiness Rama Govinda Maharaj. Right.
Thank you very much, Rupanuga Prabhu, for sharing with us all those wonderful anecdotes. And thank you all for your rapt attention. I think we can understand the glorification of a pure devotee of the Lord is inspiring and enlivening and elevating. And therefore we all are wonderfully engaged in listening to the glories of His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj. And as I said earlier, it helps us to come to know Maharaj. Sometimes we have the understanding that Maharaj is the spiritual master, which is indeed what we should respect. But then we also now see Maharaj as the person. And we can see that there's great concordance between himself as a person and as the spiritual master. Thank you very much, Rupanuga Prabhu. It's my pleasure now, Maharaj, to also ask Jai Sachinandan Prabhu to please come and speak and give his offering. There isn't anyone, I think, hasn't been impacted by Jai Sachinandan Prabhu, whether it's been teaching classes, sharing prasad, or that wonderful smile that he has all the time. Jai Sachinandan Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Thank you. You all been wonderful. As Mr. Krishna said, with rapt attention, you know, listening. I don't want to bore you too much, but anything to glorify our wonderful Ram Govinda Swami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pustaya Bhutale Srimati Ram Govinda Swami iti namine. His Holiness Krishna Swami Maharaj ki. His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj ki. ISKCON founder Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. On this auspicious occasion of your Vyasa puja, please allow me to say some words of praise. Vyasa puja is an opportunity for the disciples and the well-wishers to glorify the personality was impacted so positively in their spiritual life. Maharaj, I am so inspired by your simplicity and your humility and your deep understanding of the Vedic teachings. Your discipline and regulative practices are exemplary. On a national level, you served your country as a soldier for many years, enduring the challenges and uncertainties. Sometime as we discussed, we're sitting at the breakfast table and you would tell us stories of your army life, enduring the challenges and uncertainties, sometimes in sub-zero conditions. Sometimes you told me you were wearing like 5-6 trousers to keep from the cold. And under such conditions, on India's borders. Now presently you are serving the world. You are traveling the world as a renunciate, spreading the message of Lord Chaitanya, Sankirtan movement, and following the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramanuja Prabhu, coincidentally, I was looking at the same verse that you read from. So I'll just, Prabhupada said, repetition of a good thing is good. So this is from the Hadi Leela, 9, what Ramanuja Prabhu read from. And Balita Bhumita Haila, Manisya Janma Yara, Janma Sataka Kara, Kara Para Upakara. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India, Bharatvash, should make his life successful and work for the benefit of the people. So Maharaj, you are following in that tradition in a wonderful way. You are following the exemplary instructions of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and you are a modern day soldier in the Sankirtan, a spiritual warrior. We would, His Holiness, who said that? Spiritual warrior wrote this book. Bhakti Tirtha Swami, yes, Haribol. We are very fortunate to have your divine Sangha in Durban, Yatra. As I recall, you said the other day, I feel very much at home in Durban. Especially in, and we'd like to have you more and more, your wonderful Sangha, and we want to serve you more and more and hear more wonderful pastimes. On this most auspicious occasion, I pray that you continue to bless us with your Sangha, your servant Jai Sachinananda. His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj, Vyasa Puja, Mahotsav ki jai.
Thank you very much, Jai Sachinandan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. It's also my pleasure now to call His Grace Deva Deva Prabhu. Deva Deva Prabhu is known to us as a leading disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj, and he's also involved at the international level in, I can't remember the exact portfolio, as the Minister of the Deity.
Executive Director.
Executive Director, okay, all right, semantics, but leading position. And you know, in all our festivals and so on, Deva Deva Prabhu has been dressing our deities most beautifully, and that has impacted many other devotees in our temple and in the congregation who are also doing such a wonderful service. Deva Deva Prabhu, over to you.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militamyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So today I stand here not as one of the seniors, definitely not as one of the seniors, but as a son. My dearest Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj, please accept my prostrated obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your divine grace on this most auspicious day of your Vyasa puja. I first met you when I was still a teenager, 19 years old, and by some twist of events, I became responsible for a yatra in Tangat. I clearly recall your first visit to Tangat close to 20 years ago. Actually, we spoke about this just earlier today. You asked me my name. Deva Deva Mahadeva. No, Deva Deva in Bhagavad Gita, you said. And you offered your prostrated prostrated respects to me. I was totally astonished by your deep, genuine humility. It struck me very, very deeply. Then you immediately embraced me with so much of affection and encouraged me to take on responsibility in ISKCON. Affection for a conditioned soul like myself, even at the first visit. As the years progressed, our relationship blossomed into one of very deep affection, so much so that even at my wedding in Sri Mayapur Dham, you performed the Vedic rites of a father, my father, so lovingly and mercifully accepting me as your very own son. You showered me with so much of mercy. Today is your Vyasa Puja, and as such, it's the time for me to take a closer look into my heart and to honestly assess whether or not I've lived up to your expectations as a son. As I stand before you today, unfortunately I feel prone to lament more than anything else. Your saintly qualities of true humility, surrender and attachment to the Lord and Srila Prabhupada is unparalleled. Despite bodily ailments and advanced age, you travel and preach vigorously as a worthy son of Srila Prabhupada. I cannot even dream of possessing a drop of your qualities. My conclusion now is the same as it was when I first met you, that I am in so much need of your mercy. But what have I done to qualify myself for all the mercy the most magnanimous Lord Nityananda has empowered you to give? Whatever I've done, there is one thing that I'm sure of. It's just not enough. There is so much more I know that you expect of me, and I should give you. These days, the topic of mercy is something that I speak a lot about, because I think very deeply about this point. Mercy of the Lord and the mercy of the devotees. and especially the mercy of the pure devotees. I know that I am desperately in need of it. The simple truth is that a devotee is one who is always dependent upon the mercy of the Lord and His pure devotees. But I have no right to get the Lord's mercy. I have not bound Him within the pore of my heart. I have not served Him in any way. I do not desperately call out to Him. I don't remember. I haven't surrendered my life. In fact, I haven't surrendered anything at all. Why should I live? Why should I live? Give me a drop of my life. It's only so God yes, somehow, by some unimaginable and devotees like you, I have your mercy. Yes, but despite all my disqualifications, Krishna, revealed something to me many years ago about the greatness of your great personality. I don't know what I did to deserve that mercy, but since it has been confirmed in the Shastras that it comes only by the combined mercy of Krishna and his devotee, a devotee such as you, Maharaj, I can only conclude that you must have somehow included this jiva in your prayers when you asked Krishna to give out that mercy. Certainly, I did not ask for it, yet constantly you are showering it upon me. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they were endowed with the prolonged life of Brahma. For you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Supersoul, to deliver the embodied living beings by directing him how to come to you. Srimad Bhagavatam 11:29-6. Krishna listens to you, Maharaj. You have everything from him. You are the true possessor of Krishna's mercy, and it is you who have the power to pour that mercy, more and more of that same mercy that was revealed to me then and is being revealed to me even today. But it seems that even though you gave me mercy over many years and over the past many years, I still am ever increasingly greedy for your mercy. I know that there must be no limits to your mercy and the mercy that you carry, that you shower upon others, because I see how others carry that mercy that you are constantly showering upon them, and even that mercy that you shower upon me. On this most auspicious day of your divine appearance in this material world, I therefore beg you to please know that I have nothing but to come before you today and beg for your mercy. Despite my continued lack of qualification, I know I have no other hope, and yet I remain confident that there is every good reason to hope that by your mercy I can receive your mercy, Maharaj. As the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, may you allow some droplets of your saintly qualities and deep surrender to the Lord to also manifest within me, your son. May you always remain merciful upon me, your loving son, Deva Devadas.
Thank you, Devadeva Prabhu, for recounting your wonderful anecdotes with Maharaj. And yes, everybody is speaking about Maharaj's humility, and humility, as in Chaitanya Charitamrita, is the ornament of a devotee. And Maharaj certainly carries that ornament with him in all his interactions. It's my pleasure now to call His Grace Krishna Keshav Prabhu. Krishna Keshava Prabhu is a senior disciple of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, and in the early days was a resident in the temple as well. We had a lot of good times as younger devotees. Let's welcome Krishna Keshav Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhyaivacha patitnam pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. So firstly, I'd just like to take the opportunity to thank the organizing committees for allowing me this opportunity to attempt to say a few words in honor of His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj. So when I think of the personality or some of the qualities that His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj is endowed with, then to me also, strangely enough, as per the previous speakers, the third verse of the Shikshastakam comes to mind. Trinad hapi sunichena, taror hapi sahishnuna, hamanina manadena kirtanya shadahari. So this verse compromises of four components or four prerequisites. Trinad api sunichena, humility, tarar hapi sahishnuna, tolerance, hamanina, which is no desire for self-respect, and manadena, which is always offering respect to everyone at all times. So together with these qualities, and also at least two of the 26 qualities by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the 11th and 12th qualities, which a Vaishnava is always peaceful and a Vaishnava is always surrendered to Sri Krishna. So these are some of the qualities, to me at least, that kind of resonate with Maharaj. So Maharaj is endowed with his beautiful qualities, and when one is endowed with such beautiful qualities, then the heart is fertile to always constantly remember the Lord, constantly chant the glories of the Lord, and constantly serve the Lord. So this is the position of His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj. Maharaj is always very peaceful and very content. Maharaj is always content with whatever he has. One of Maharaj's mantras, other than the Maha Mantra, is no need. So if you try to offer something to Maharaj, no matter what it is, Maharaj will say no need, he's okay, there's no need. So that is Maharaj is always satisfied with what he has, whatever facility he has or doesn't have. Other than Maharaj's beautiful qualities, he's also renowned for being an astute scholar, specifically in the field of Vaishnava philosophy, Vaishnava tradition and culture, and also Maharaj is detailed to Vaishnava etiquette. So, and this comes as no surprise because Maharaj hails from a part of India, which is already pointed out, which is called Tirupati. And Tirupati is the land of Tirupati Balaji, Sri Krishna, which is a Dham. So that means that His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj, in one sense, is a Dhambasi. Is a Dhambasi that we are fortunate to have amongst us, and we should be grateful and appreciative. So the very first time that I met His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj was in 2004 during the Durban Rath Yatra. So at that time Maharaj had come to attend the Rath Yatra, but also he had come to serve and associate His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, whom he was aspiring to take sannyas from at that time. So although Maharaj wasn't Dandari at that time, he didn't carry the three danda, but within his heart, he was already a sannyas. So I recall, in that year, in that visit, the evening of the day of the procession. Earlier there was a long procession, and His Holiness Lokar Maharaj was leading a long kirtan. So His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj wanted to assist me to massage His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj. And when His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj, heard that, he wasn't too comfortable with that. He was uneasy with this, the fact that Maharaj wanted to also massage him. That's because they're around the same age. In actuality, His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj is older than His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj. So that is the Vedic culture, that is the Indian culture, that respect is there. So His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj was very uncomfortable and uneasy about that. And he very politely, requested Maharaj, it's been a long day, so maybe you should take rest. So Maharaj, he left. Maharaj was staying in the bottom rooms, that's along the moat, next to His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj's room. So Maharaj left, and then I started massaging Maharaj. But then 5 minutes later, Maharaj, His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj, that is, walked in, and he started to massage with me. So at that point, His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj, he kind of sensed that there was someone else in the room, and he slightly lifted his head, and he noticed that Ram Govinda Maharaj was there also. And he said, "Oh, you're back? It's been a long day. Aren't you tired? Shouldn't you be taking rest?" And then Ram Govinda Maharaj said, "No, Maharaj, it's okay, it's okay." So I could see that, His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj was a little uneasy about the fact that Maharaj was massaging him also. So in my mind, I was trying to kind of, strategize, as how to very politely get Maharaj to, stop massaging and go back to his room. So, while I was massaging and mulling over it, then Kuleshekar Prabhu, he kind of walked in. He's a dedicated massage man for Maharaj. So when he walked in to massage, and I stepped back, and at that time, I think a light bulb moment, kind of occurred to me. So what I did was, I sat down next to His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj, and I started massaging his legs and his feet. And immediately, as I did that, Maharaj immediately got up, and he couldn't, object to it because he was afraid that it might cause some disturbance. So immediately he walked out of the room. So I followed Maharaj out of the room, and then just to ensure that I didn't offend Maharaj in any way. And I told Maharaj, I very apologetically, I told Maharaj, I'm sorry, Maharaj, but it's late now, so please, take some rest. And then Maharaj very affectionately, embraced me and told me, okay, that's fine, but please, give Guru Maharaj a very good massage. I said, okay, Guru Maharaj, of course, Maharaj, I will ensure that happens. So, that is the nature of His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj. He's always very caring, loving, affectionate, and he's always maintaining the mood of a servant. That's the qualities of his very persona, that makes up His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj. And I've also witnessed that very closely on another occasion, which was a few years ago when we were in Pandharpur. It was the Vyasa puja of His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj, and we were all in Pandharpur. And at that time in Pandharpur, it's a large festival because devotees from throughout India and different parts of the world come to the festival. But also, it's a very large festival in Pandharpur because it's Shayana Ekadasi and devotees of Lord Vital. So Pandharpur is the spiritual capital of Maharashtra, and Vital Rukmini are the presiding deities in that city. So devotees from all over, Pandharpur and Maharashtra come to this city in the thousands just to observe this festival. So a lot of devotees were coming to our ISKCON temple also, and His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj was very nicely receiving all his devotees. He was going to each of these devotees' rooms just to ensure, if they're okay, if the facilities are okay, if they had taken prasadam, and just concerned about their welfare. So this is also the nature of Maharaj. This is who he is. He is a saintly person, and a genuine sadhu, a Vaishnava sadhu of the Lord. So today I pray that His Holiness Ram Govinda Maharaj may please cast a most merciful glance upon me, so that I can one day also attain a drop of this love and devotion that he have for the Lord and for serving the devotees. His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki jai. Nanti Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thai Gaur Pranande. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you very much to everybody for listening to the glorifications of His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj by the senior devotees and disciples of other spiritual masters. I checked with Maharaj, he's okay, and he is indeed quite okay with that. So it's now, we'd like to call two disciples, Maharaj, to offer their offerings, and we'll take that as representing the disciples, and I'm sure disciples who can also get together at some stage again and read the offerings to Maharaj, because we don't want to also prolong the program. We'd like to call Radhika Raman Prabhu to render his offering, and thereafter Yamuna Mataji will come and she'll do her offering as well as offer the vote of thanks at this point in time. Quite strategic, because at the end everybody goes away and doesn't hear it, so rather should do it now.
Vishnu Paraya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Ram Govinda Swami Tinamine Hukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langai Tegirim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Gurim Nyataranam. Dear Shri Gurudev, please accept my offering to you on your most auspicious Vyasa puja. I compose a short poem for you as an offering, entitled A Disciple Forever Indebted. Words are futile and insufficient when describing your personality and fame. I have been left clueless and in vain. Where does a fallen soul like me even start, I began to think, to glorify such a personality and cherish such a link? Your tender and loving emanation assures the encountered an eternal benediction. You exude Krishna Prema wherever you may be, revealing to the fallen souls what their heart really needs to see. You soften our hearts with your effulgent glance, capturing it and giving us a second chance. Taking complete shelter of the holy name and constantly serving, you show us what the real purpose is while still breathing. Your knowledge in material and spiritual subject matters are so vast and wide, no fool will dare and try to take you for a ride. So steady is your routine, undoubtedly accurate and precise, providing us with a daily dosage of your nectarian advice. Whenever you are praised and offered a pleasant glorification, you meditatively forward them to Srila Prabhupada without hesitation. Your sadhana is so fixed from morning till night, practically teaching us how to keep Maya out of sight. Despite your injuries and bodily induced pain, you keep your sadhana on the express lane. You teach us how to be strong and independent. Propagating Krishna consciousness, you travel the world with no servant. After one's military service, he is at ease and no more on attention. Yet you have graciously continued in serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Senapati Bhakta's mission. You preach so boldly and fearlessly, following Srila Prabhupada's instructions wholeheartedly. Taking forward with determination the responsibility to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission, at your tender age you conduct it with ease and a perfect vision. You dedicate so much of your time with us to personally study Srila Prabhupada's books, keeping us safe and away from Maya's dangerous hooks. I remember a class you gave in 2019 in Tungat. The potency of your message deeply pierced my heart. You spoke on Bhagavad Gita, verse 930. No doubt for the follower, it's considerably hefty. Even if one commits the most abdominal actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. You mentioned the greatness and unlimited mercy attained from devotional service, and how we should continue to strive to be engaged without the mentality of a menace. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.15 purport mentions how one is able to be sanctified at once by a pure devotee of the Lord. Sastras harmoniously sing of your glories, which are unfathomable with a spectrum so broad. You fervently bless us with devotional service. To that blessing our souls rejoice. I have failed many times, and to your instructions I could not complete, but you still took me in, just as a dog is saved from the street. How fortunate of a fool am I to receive shelter from you, Gurudev, a most humble, compassionate and loving spiritual master. What justice can my few minutes of appreciation do for a personality with such a magnanimous hue? I beg you, Shri Gurudev, to please keep me a seat at your divine lotus feet. Wishing a most blessed Vyasa puja, Shri Gurudev. Your servant Radhika Raman Das. Shri Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you very much, Radhika Raman Prabhu. Yamuna Maji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Rama Govind Swami iti namane. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namane. Dear Srila Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you on this auspicious day of your Vyasa Puja, and all glories to all the Vaishnavas. On 3rd September 2018, on the most auspicious occasion of Krishna Janmastami, you sent our little group the first set of questions on chapter 1 of the Bhagavad Gita. From that day, through your mercy, we have sat with Sri Arjuna in his chariot, lost and forlorn, lamenting his fate, heard Shri Krishna impart Raja Vidya Raja Guyam Pavitram Nedam Uttamam, and taken great solace in Shri Sanjaya's declaration Yatra Yogeshwaran Krishno Yatra Parbo Danundara Tatra Shir Vijaya Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Since then, with your blessings, we have journeyed through the Nectar of Instructions, Shri Isupanishad, Nectar of Devotion, Science of Self-Realization, and currently the essence of all the Vedas, Srimad Bhagavatam. Guru Maharaj, you constantly remind us how important it is to read Srila Prabhupada's books and understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. You reiterate in emails and classes that Srila Prabhupada has given us the essence of all the purports and commentaries of all our previous acharyas. You lovingly often request us to make time, even once a day, to read transcendental literature, because only when we understand, then can we preach. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for taking time to formulate questions for each and every chapter of each book. Thank you for painstakingly examining each and every answer and giving us feedback timelessly, no matter where you are or what your circumstances. Thank you for engaging me in this wonderful reading of these transcendental scriptures. I can never adequately express my gratitude for this. Thank you actually seems like such a meager word in comparison to the wealth of knowledge that you have shared with us through this activity. Guru Maharaj, you never lose a single moment to glorify Srila Prabhupada, and you always direct all credit to him. You constantly urge us to engage in devotional service, as service brings humility, the very essence of bhakti. The humility and respect you demonstrate to all Vaishnavas, young and old, is beyond compare. On this your appearance day, Mahamotsava, I wish you a very happy and Shubh Vyasa Puja, and beg the mercies of their lordships, Shri Radha Krishna and Shri Krishna Balaram, to give you best health. I pray that by some dint of good fortune, I can follow your instruction and become a worthy servant of yours. Srila Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Your humble servant, Yamuna. Okay, so I've been asked to give the vote of thanks. Please bear with me. I know everyone's hungry. Firstly, at the onset, Guru Maharaj, we'd like to say a huge thank you for affording us the small opportunity to pay tribute to you on this, your Vyasa Puja Mahamotsava. We know that it would have taken much persuasion for you to agree to this. Thank you to the management of Shri Shri Radha Radhanath for affording us the usage of all their facilities and for all their assistance and invaluable advice. Bahut dhanyavad. Thank you to all the amazing sponsors for so generously donating their time, Lakshmi, donations in kind and service to make this event such a resounding success. Today would not have been possible had it not been for all of you. My pardon for not being able to mention everyone personally. Time does not allow me to do so. A huge thank you also to all the wonderful devotees that have assembled here to pay tribute to our wonderful Guru Maharaj. Your presence is highly appreciated. We hope you enjoy the scrumptious prasadam that has been prepared, and we wish you a safe journey home. Finally, we apologize and ask for Shama if there has been any shortcomings or offenses on our part. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Radhika Raman, forget to mention, he's also a military man, Navy man, an officer, and a gentleman. Yamuna Maji, she's an attorney and very astute, as you heard her presentation. I would like to say, Maharaj, your disciples, in your presence and in absence, they contribute tremendously to this yatra, and they personally extend themselves to helping the devotees, and we can see that the qualities that you are inculcating in them are very much prominent and evident. So as the disciples are glorious, so is the spiritual master glorified. And we'd like to thank you very much for giving them your shelter and then allowing us also to have their friendship and association. It's wonderful also to see so many devotees here who are well-wishers, disciples of other spiritual masters, friends and family members, friends of ISKCON, which means, Maharaj, that you also have endeared yourself to all the devotees. We are very fortunate to have your association. So finally, well, not finally, but the second last item is the main event of the day, and that is to ask Maharaj to address us all. So the Sri Vyasa Puja address of Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj 223. Let's have it, a round of applause for Maharaj. After this will be the Guru Puja, and so we will be having Guru Puja after this, so remain for that, and a little surprise, and then we'll all take the prasadam. All right? It's Saturday evening after all.
Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chachunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Cha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So much glorification and so much exaggeration also. Sometimes too much glorification also become cause of the false ego. It is said in the Bhava, what is the purpose of human form of the life? Why we are taking the shelter of the Lord? Why we have to do the bhakti? Why one should do the bhakti? Is it required? Human form of the body is meant for the bhakti, nothing else. Labdha sudullabamidam bau sambhavante Manushamarthadamanityamapi hadhira Turnam patena mrityavat Nishreyasaya vishaya kalu sarvatasya. The 11th canto of the Bhagavata Avadhuta Upakhyana. It says that Labdha sudullam idam bahu sambhavante. This human form of the body, Labdha, to get it, Sudurlabham, very, very difficult to get it. Why? Because after passing through 8.4 million spaces of the life, thousands time birth and death, then out of causeless mercy, Lord Sri Krishna gives that living entity this human body. Understanding that this jiva, living entity, suffered much. Now I give an opportunity to this jiva, living entity, so that he can engage in devotional service and come back to me, never to go back to this material world which is like a prison house. It is a prison house. Because no one can get out of this material world. The entire universe covered by the 7 layers, even Lord Brahma cannot transgress that one. Nobody can cross that outer layers. So this is prison, just like prison, maybe very big prison. It looks very nice, but prison is a prison. So it is said that after passing through so many lifetimes, living in peace, Lord gives this human body. Just how can get out of this one? Turnam yateta napatet anmritya yavat. Before the death can come, one should strive for the nishreyasaya, for perfection. Perfection of human life is to go back home, nothing to do. Nectar of instructions, Srila Prabhupada says that perfection of human life means fully engaging in devotional service to the Lord in full Krishna consciousness. And that is going back home, that is perfection, nishreyasaya. Sometimes people say, no, this human body is there to enjoy the life also. Many people, majority of people say, oh, we are supposed, even the devotee also sometimes, no, we can enjoy what is wrong. Bhavsambhavante vishaya kalu sarva tasya. Vishaya means sense enjoyment, sense gratification. Bhavsambhavanti possible, available in each and every species of the life. Not only human form of the life. In fact, animals enjoy more than human beings. You can see hawks and dogs and cats, how many children they produce. Can human being produce like that? Rishabdev Maharaj also instructed his sons the same. Nayam deha bhajo nuloke Kashtan kaman arrate vidbhujamte tapodiyam putrakayena sattam shuddhe brahma sadhe yasmat brahma saukyam tanantam. My dear sons, those who got the human body, they should not just put all effort to enjoy the material sense gratification, because this sense gratification available even to the stool-eating animals, living entity. Bit means stool. Even stool-eating animals also, this sense gratification is available. Not a specialty for the human being. What is the specialty of the human being? That Shuddha tapodiyam tapasya, austerities. We do the austerities for the pleasure of the Lord, not for our pleasure. Srila Prabhupada says that every activity in Krishna consciousness is for the pleasure of Radha Radhanath. We get up in the morning to please the Lord. We chant to please the Lord, because when we chant we get purified. When purified, Krishna feels happy. Oh, at least one living entity coming, try to purify himself. Every activity of us should be for the pleasure of the Lord. That's why I said, Turnam pateta nayate. Before the death can come, one should try for that. If you miss this human form of the body, not engaging in the spiritual life, engage in service of the lotus feet of the Lord, then we are just like animal only. Only we are two-legged animals, that's all. It's a very, very famous verse in ISKCON, everybody says it. What is that? Ahara nidra bhaimai tunamcha samanyameva pashabhir naranam dharmo itesham adhiko vishesho dharmo vihina pashabhir samana. It is related to the same. Eating, sleeping, mating and fear are common for any living entity. Samanya me pashabhin naranam, for the animals and human beings. But what is specialty of human being is that dharma. Dharmo itesham adhiko vishesho. Dharma is. And what is dharma? Unless we know the dharma, how can we engage in the bhakti? First we have to know dharma, then we have to know ourselves, who I am, which is known Atma Tattva. Then we have to know, we are inclined to know what is Paramatma Tattva. When you know Paramatma Tattva, how to attain that Paramatma. That's why in the Bhagavatam also, in the first described, before talking anything about any matter in the Bhagavatam, first Sudha Goswami defines the dharma. Savai pumsam paro dharma yatha bhakti radhochade ahaitaki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. That activity by performing which one should get bhakti, devotional service unto the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Krishna. Adhochaja. Krishna got thousands of names. Their names are attributes, denote the attributes of Krishna. With each quality, Krishna gets one name. Our name have nothing to do with our quality. My name is Rama Govinda, neither I am a Rama nor Govinda. Just to call Rama Govinda F-sir. But in case of Lord, Krishna is Krishna. Karshati is Krishna. Attracts each and every one. Give the transcendental blissfulness. That's why it's called Rama. Huh? He lifted the Govardhan, so we say Govardhan Hari. Is it? And he was stealing the butters of Makanchor, butter thief. So every name for the Supreme Lord denotes his attributes, qualities. So Adhochaja means who cannot be perceived by these material senses. Acha means eyes also senses. But the same Lord can be perceived when the senses are purified. In the material senses we cannot see the Lord face to face, but the same senses when purified we can associate with the Lord, see the Lord. I gave example a couple of times also. Just like iron rod is a metal. You can play with it. But when you put in the fire, when it becomes red hot, can you play with it? Being in association with the fire, it acquired all the qualities of the fire. Still it's a matter, material, but acquired all the qualities of the fire. In the same way, when this human body is engaged in service of the Lord, sarvopad vinur muktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena shrikesa sevanam bhakti. Tat paratvena means when you engage this human body in full devotional service to the Lord, by hearing and serving and chanting and taking association of the devotees, by that process it becomes nirmal, purifies of the 6 contaminations: kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamacharya, desires, anger, greediness, attachment to the material possessions, enviousness and false ego. When these are purified, by product of this one is the sarvopadi, I am so and so, I am a sannyasi. Anything say I am Indian, that is the bodily consciousness. So that upadhi we will be freed unless the 6 are contaminations are eliminated, freed, purified. We cannot be freed from the upadhi also. Therefore, first process of the bhakti is chanting. By that process of hearing pastimes of the Lord, engaging in service of the Lord, one can be freed of 6 contaminations. Srunnvatam swakata Krishna punya sravana kirtanam hridiyantasto yavadrani vidno srusatam. Bhagavatam also says. By hearing the pastimes of the Lord Hari, Hari comes up because he destroys the reactions of the karma. That's why Hari, Haran. That's why his name is called Hari. As I said, it denotes the qualities of the Lord. So by hearing the pastimes of the Lord, engaging in service of the Lord, service is very important. If you don't engage in service to the lotus feet of the Lord and Vaishnavas, we cannot be freed from the false ego. Oh, I am 32 years I am chanting. Well, if you are chanting 32 years, why why is coming up? Rather it should be by the mercy of my spiritual master, by Vaishnavas and by the mercy of Radha Radhanath, I am still trying to chant it. The false ego also builds up. But for that, one should engage in the service. Without service, it is very difficult to get out of the false ego. And service alone pleases the Lord. And doing the service is the bhakti. Only in the process of the bhakti there is service. In other process of realization of the absolute truth, there is no service. That's why Brahma says, while Krishna was in the womb of Mother Devaki, Lord Brahma, Krishna, Lord Shiva, Indra, all demigods offering prayers, they say, Anye ravindacha vimuktamaaninas tvayashta bhava avishuddha buddhaye aruhe kruchena param padam tata patanti anadrita vishmadangri. Hey Arvinda, Lotus-eyed Lord, those human beings, those taken of the various different paths for realization of absolute truth, even they get the liberation, Sajjamukti, Kaivalya, merging into the presence of the Lord. Brahma says that, my Lord, I have seen them all falling down, patanti. I have seen all them falling down. Why? Because anadhruta, ignoring Ushmadhangas, ignoring the service to your lotus feet. And service in the lotus feet of Krishna is bhakti. In the only process of bhakti there is service. It means no matter whether you take the Jnana Kanda, Karma Kanda, Ashtanga Yoga, Tapasya, any process you take it, unless one engage in service of the lotus feet of the Lord, he cannot be said that he can be elevated eternally. No, he can fall down. That's why Srila Prabhupada also stresses on the service. What he says? Bhakti, other people say devotion. But Srila Prabhupada said loving devotional service. The devotion not with the force, loving natural. As children love the children, mother love the children, children love the mother. In the same way, that type of natural, swabhavika love towards the lotus feet of the Lord should be there. And that is bhakti. Without serving the lotus feet of the Lord, not possible. That's why I said, Sarvopad Vinur Muktam, Tatparatve Nirvanam. When you are freed of the 6 contaminations, the upadhi, body consciousness, one will be freed of that. Then, devotee, though in the material body, the body is spiritual. You can see our acharyas, Rupa Goswami, Jaydev Goswami, Raghunath Dasa Goswami, they are such a highly elevated, purified of their consciousness, everything. Therefore, whenever they meditate upon the Lord, they are able to see the pastimes of the Lord. Jaydev Goswami, when he meditated on Radha Krishna, he was Rasika Bhakta. Therefore, he used to see how Radha and Krishna, accompanied by the gopis, dancing on the bank of the Yamuna. And he used to write it. They are dancing, looking at the dance. Jaydev Goswami used to write the poems, which is very famous as a Gita Govinda. So, devotee, the human body, matter, it can be purified by the devotional service. We are fortunate enough that Srila Prabhupada has simplified the entire process of the bhakti. Before coming to ISKCON, I read the Ramakrishna Mission literature, complete works of Swami Vivekananda. They are the basis of Ramakrishna Mission preachings. And many others. But they talk about the bhakti, but goes to 2-3 pages, but they don't say what is bhakti. Bhakti that and this and that. But Srila Prabhupada made simplified. Serving the lotus feet of the Lord by thought, word and deed, manasa vacha karmana is bhakti. When you serve the Lord manasa vacha karmana by thought, word and deed, it is a pure devotional service. Because we are serving the Lord, sometimes mind may be somewhere else. But when you engage the mind also in service of the Lord, body also service of the Lord, we are using our mouth in glorification of the Lord, it automatically become pure devotional service. By such service one can be freed. We can see sometimes when you are doing nice kirtan, fully absorbed, Like you can see Virabhadra when the Kirtan forget himself. You jump like anything. After that, oh, my legs are troubling me. We all come at it. Because the transcendental holy name of the Lord, when we hear it internally, the soul is dancing, we also dance it. We are not in the material consciousness at that time. We all can experience doing Kirtan time. That can be experienced in the service also. You can see many devotees engage in service. If they don't go to serve Radharanath a day, they feel something missing. That gradually engage in service and with great attachment purifies, and one day one can be elevated to spiritual Lord. That is the purpose of the human form of the life. No matter how much we study, but unless we understand the what purpose, what is the aim of the human form of the life, and we understand, implement that in our life becomes successful. The nectar of instructions, Srila Prabhupada writes that devotional service is a continuous process. Those who study nectar of instructions, you can see, if I am not wrong, 8th verse in the purpose. It's a continuous process. Means once we take up the devotional service, Lord will not leave us. He will make sure that we will continue it. If I do 10% in this life, again I take birth in the family of the devotees, I will continue from 16 to... So I can finish my devotional life service in the one lifetime to go back home, or in 2 lifetimes, 3 lifetimes. So Prabhupada writes it in our hands. All the facilities are given. Prabhupada says all the living, what he says that like-minded people who want to engage in the service of the Lord, they come to the temple. That's why we established the temples in ISKCON, so that like-minded people can gather, engage in service of the Lord, make their life perfect. So the entire process, what we take the shelter of the Lord, Diksha, initiation, is only for how to get out of this material existence, nothing else. Not that I take initiation, compromise. Yes, we compromise, but how long we compromise it? When I may come in, entering your house, one leg outside, one leg inside, where I am? In or out? In between, is it? So where I am going to? That is compromise. Yes, in the beginning we compromise, but as the time goes on, we have to come out of this compromised life. Either I go to the material world life or the spiritual life. Don't be in between. So that is, it takes time, but if you have the firm determination that I want to get out of this combination. That's why Padma Puran says that Dharma bhajasya satam tyada loka dharman sevasya sadhu purushan jai jai muktva anyasya dosha guna chintanamaas muktva seva katha rasamaho nitaram pibatvam. Padma Puran instructs that Dharma bhajasya satam tyada loka dharman. Loka dharma related to the body. We are the family members, we have the children. It is responsibility. But parents should think that householder life, brahmachari is no question of thinking. They are surrendered to the Lord, everyone. But for the householder, it is ashrama. Okay? Thinking should be that, okay, children are property of Krishna. We are just custodians. In fact, they are custodians. Parents are not the fortune makers of the children. Everybody enjoy or suffer according to the karma what they did in the previous life. Parents have nothing to do with them. Parents responsible for the children's activities up to the age of 12. The moment they complete the 12 years of age, the moment they enter into the teenage 13, every activity what they do, they have to enjoy the result, good or bad. But before 12 years, all the activities, results will go to the parents. So parents' mood should be that because they are property of Krishna, we are custodians, we will teach them how to, from the childhood, we teach them how to do the bhakti, purpose of human life. When they grown up, now I make them capable, they are capable to stand on their foot. Now I should take up other dharma related to the soul. If not today, one day I am going to leave the body. Is it? Are we permanent? No. We have to die. Whether I like it or not, we have to leave this body. So I have to think that if now already half of my age gone, now I have to take up Atma Dharma. That Atma Dharma is Krishna consciousness. So unfortunately what happens, whole life we take the body dharma, Loka Dharma. The scripture says no. One should get out of this Loka Dharma, body consciousness, body dharma, then take to the Atma Dharma, which is Krishna consciousness. Saying, Sevasya sadhu purushan jai jahe mukta. Engage in service of the Vaishnavas. Associate with them, hear from them, engage in service of the Lord. That is the purpose of human form the life. Then by that, the goal of purpose of human form life certainly achieved it is. Once we engage in devotional service, Krishna is so merciful that He won't leave us. Even if you want to leave, Krishna will say, no, no. You came into my party, I will take you. So, I don't engage, prolong it for a long time. Everybody is hungry. So, if you understand those who are taking initiation, we have to engage ourselves more in the service of the Lord. That one wonderful it is. Most of the devotees all engage in service. This beautiful land it is. Fortunate devotees here, I see them, everybody smiling, happily engage in service of the Lord. But those who are not engaging, some are excuses. Whole life we keep on excuses. So we have to encourage others that come and do the service for your own benefit. Okay. Not for the benefit of others we are serving, I am serving for my own benefit. That is, that's why I say, Labdha sudullabhamedam bhavasam bhavante. Lord Krishna also said this human body is meant for getting out of this material existence. Hridehamadyam sulabham sudullabham plavam sukalpam gurukannadharam mayanukule nanabhashataritam bhavan pumabdin nataret atma. Lord Krishna final instruction given to Uddhav say that through Uddhav for us, this human body Ajna, source of everything. Means whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve from this human body. I want to become demigod, I can become demigod. I want to become a demon, I can become a demon. I want to become an animal, I can become an animal. I want to go back to spiritual world, I can go back. That is there. Why? Because human body is the karma bhumi, destiny of the living entity. It decided on the activities done by the human body. To enjoy the results of the activities we do this human body, there are 13 other planet systems. We all know there are 14 planetary systems in the universe, is it? 7 upper, 7 lower planet. We are in between. So enjoy the result of activity we do in this human body, 13 planetary systems are there. Heaven planet or lower planet system, they don't have any reaction. Action and reaction on this only human body. So human body, if you engage in service of the Lord, in association with the Lord, devotees, then we can get liberated to Vaikuntha. Or we can go to hell also by performing sinful activities. By performing pious activity, I can go to heaven planet. But heaven or hell not permanent. Chene punya mrityulokam vishanti. That's why Lord Krishna says that Adyam. But it's very difficult to get it. Why? The human body perfectly made, plava means boat, perfectly made to cross this ocean of material existence which is called samsara sagar, bhava sagar. Sagar means ocean. You can go to the ocean, you all go. When you stand on the bank of ocean, can you see other end? You can't see. In the same way, when we have come to this material world, when we are getting out of this birth and death ocean, we don't know. That's why this material existence is called samsara sagar. Samsara means samsara is always moving. Bhava sagar means, bhava means birth and death. The material world is considered compared to the ocean because we don't know when this cycle of birth is going to finish. But devotees know it. When you take the shelter of the Lord, we know that we will be freed from this cycle of birth and death. So that's why Krishna said this human body perfectly made to work as a boat to cross this material ocean. So who will drive this boat? Guru Karnadhara. When you take the shelter of a Guru in Parampara, he will help us to cross this material existence. So when we are traveling in the boat, we are rowing in the boat in the ocean, if the unfavorable wind comes from opposite direction or heavy winds, it will sink. But favorable wind comes, boat will smoothly move. Lord Krishna says that because you have taken shelter of a Guru in Parampara, Guru Karnadharam, he takes charge of the human boat. So my blessings, mayanukulena navashvataritam, my blessings will work as a favorable wind to cross this material ocean. Having got this such a wonderful human body by which one can cross this ocean of material existence, still he doesn't want to get out of this material existence. Bhavan Pamadin Natarit Atmaha. The one who does not try to cross over this material existence is just like the one who commits suicide. Atmaha. You can read the third verse in the Ishopanishad. What is the destiny of the self-killer? The one who commits suicide is the horrible life. People say, oh, I am nice, I committed. No. For many, many decades he has to be in the ghost family body. Ghost body is not a pleasant, very horrible life it is. So human form of the life, Lord gives one opportunity for us to either engage in devotional service, to go back to spiritual world, kingdom of God, or continue in this life. That's why all the scripture, irrespective of which faith, everyone says that human body is meant for the getting out of this material world. The kingdom of God, this word is there, even in Christianity also there. Every religion talks about the kingdom of God, but they don't speak how to go back to kingdom of God, except this Sanatana Vedic Dharma, Krishna consciousness. Only Krishna consciousness says they talk about the kingdom of God, and they also say how one can go to the spiritual kingdom of God. And that is possible, as Brahma says it. Srinvan grunan samsritiyan tachintayan namani rupani cha mangalani cha kriyasi yascha charanarvindayo avishta chetana bhavaya kalpate. Lord Brahma gives a very simple process. Srinvan, one must hear the pastimes of the Lord, glories of the Lord. You spoke to others, Grunvan, glorify the Lord's pastimes. Some say remember, some say chintayan. If you forget, try to contemplate. Oh, yesterday what you were speaking, we don't remember. What you do? We scratch our head to remember, is it? Then we come. So we have to do chintayan. Sunvan, Grunan, Samsijan, Chintan. Now what we have to remember and hear and memorize it? Namani Rupani. Lord's holy name, Lord's in beautiful form and activities, pastimes. Because they all are Mangalani, auspicious. And with the body, one should engage in service of Lord. Kriyasu yascha charanaravindo. Kriya means engage in the service of lotus feet of the Lord. By that process, Brahma says that they will not give birth in this material world. Such an easy process Lord has given to us. But we have to take it serious. That what Srila Prabhupada stressed, that we should serve wholeheartedly for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. We stop here. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi ki jai.
His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj ki, Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Shri Vyasa Puja Mahotsav Ke. Maharaj made some very, very powerful points. If you look at the central theme, we should all engage in service with mind, intelligence and body. Okay, this is the way by which we can attain the Supreme Lord. Thank you so much, Maharaj. So we want to now offer the Guru Puja to Maharaj, and we want to ask you to do this in an orderly way. We'll make 2 lines. Okay, Mataji's on one line, Prabhu's on the side. And it's not that the Mataji's would have to wait to the end. We'll do it simultaneously, but you keep on either side. And some devotees can help us here to control the movement towards Maharaj. And when you offer your flowers to Maharaj, then we'll ask you to please go a little distance away and then offer your obeisances from there. Then it won't slow down the movement of the lines. Is that okay? All right, so let us please rise. One other arrangement that's going to happen. So there's when you come up to offer your flowers, then Maharaj is going to give you a sweet. Okay, so just take 1 per person, and then if there's more left later, we can distribute that as well. The Guru Puja will be sung by Madhava Prabhu, and Radhika Raman Prabhu offer the Guru Puja items to Maharaj.
His Holiness Rama Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Pandamui Sarvadana Mate Bandhamoi sarvadana mate Yahara prasadeva ebhavatoriya jahai Krishna prapti oya oite Krishna prapti oya oite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Kya Arana Korio Mane Asa Arana Korio Mane Asha Sri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Je prasade pure sarva asha Je prasade pure sarva asha चक्यु जंजिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति आओते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति आओते अविद्या विनाश जाते Vijagaya charito Vijagaya charito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Rama Janara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Rama Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokara Jivana Rama Govinda Swami Lokara Jivana Aha Prabhu Koradoya Deha More Pada Chaya Aha Prabhu Koradoya Deha More Pada Chaya Ebegyas Gusukshi Bhuvana Ebegyas Gusukshi Bhuvana Rama Govinda Swami Patita Pavana Aha Prabhu Koradoya More Pada Chaya Aha Prabhu Koradoya More Pada Chaya Ebegyas Gusukshi Bhuvana Ebegyas Gusukshi Bhuvana Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva. Guru Deva Jai Guru Deva Guru Deva Jai Guru Deva Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Padaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. His Holiness Rama Govinda Swami Maharaj ki.
Jaya Ram Govinda Swami Jaya, Ram Govinda Swami Jaya, Ram Govinda Swami Jaya, Guru Deva Jaya. Ram Govinda Swami Jaya, Guru Deva Jaya, Prabhupada, Prabhupada.